Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the third and final part of my 2024 strip walk. We're picking it up from Aria in the background there and going down to Mandalay Bay. And the first thing I want to mention is Whataburger is coming to Vegas. Just here, right here. Now you might remember I had a Whataburger with Jules on Bridge Across America and absolutely loved it. Really loved it. It's the place where I had the Dr. Pepper milkshake. They're really old school burgers in there. A Texas favourite by all accounts. So I will be dining there when it comes to Vegas. I'm not sure what the opening date is, it doesn't say, but that's a welcome addition to the strip, that is for sure. And over here, I only noticed this actually yesterday when I got a cab down back to NoMad. There's a massive project over here called Boulevard. I mean, it's huge. And this apparently is going to be some sort of retail development with an entertainment venue on the top deck where you obviously have the views and everything. So I don't think there's going to be any gaming as such. I think it's sort of an upscale mall type thing. They're trying to just block in Polo Towers, aren't they, really? I mean, that place, Polo Towers, I've never known anyone who stayed there. I mean, also I know it's timeshare, but no one's ever said to me, oh, I've got a timeshare at Polo Towers, or I visit Polo Towers, or anything like that. Does anyone who's watching this go to Polo Towers or know anything about it particularly? It's just always been there, hasn't it? One of the strip's great mysteries. So, as you know, this time I've been staying at Park MGM, well, NoMad, on the top 4 floors of Park MGM. Now, I think, in terms of my opinions over the last 5 years since I last did this strip walk. So my opinion on it in 2024 versus 2019 has changed. I now think Park MGM is a really nice spot. I like the fact it's non-smoking, if I'm honest. I love the casino space. The circular bar, centre bar, is excellent. You can always sort of get a seat there. It's never too crowded. It's not got music blaring out like the one in New York. And the rooms, whether you stay at Park MGM or NoMad, I think are nice. I think, personally, I prefer NoMad. I think some people think NoMad's a bit oldie and dark, oldie worldy and dark, but I like it. The Crack Shack. I've never heard of that place before. Southern California fried chicken. Oh, that looks quite good. That's new as well, actually. I've not noticed that before. That might be worth a try. Yeah, so I mean, I really like it, and NoMad, the service in NoMad this time, from the fact that they wrote me a nice little personal note, and gave me a bottle of red wine, which I'll take back to Suzanne, to housekeeping turning up every single day without fail, which is probably the first time that has happened in a few trips, you know. I mean, they really do pride themselves on the service aspect. So personally, I prefer NoMad, but you can't go wrong either way. The pool complex as well is good for the summer. So, you know, I think this is going to be a regular destination for me. And bizarrely, the only thing I'm not that keen on with regards to Park MGM is Italy. Am I on my own there? I just don't think the food's all that. I mean, I know it's all Italian, semi-posh Italian, but no, even their pizzas, I don't think they're very nice. But there's enough other options there. You know, Bavette's is good for the steak. The La La Noodle. Is it La La Noodle? I can't remember the name of it now. The noodle place, anyway. I mean, I love my meal there. It's probably one of the best meals I've had in Vegas recently. So we're now going to head over to New York, New York, and I'll meet you there. So what can I say about New York, New York that I haven't said already? I love the new rooms. I suppose that's probably it. That's probably been the main change over the last 5 years. But they maintain this place very, very well. Really, really well. When I was in there in October, there's a new floor and everything. And it's good to see MGM doing that type of stuff. Now, the interesting thing is, when I did my South Strip casino crawl, oh my word, I'm now getting told to follow Christ. Yeah, I don't mind being told that, but not when I'm filming. When I did the South Strip casino crawl, I omitted MGM Grand, which is quite interesting actually. So, I mean, I didn't deliberately do it, it just sort of naturally happened. Oh my God. you got to laugh, haven't you? You really have. I'm sure when I did this strip walk 5 years ago, I didn't have this problem with all of the performers and people handing out whatever. It's incredible. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I didn't do the MGM Grand as part of my South Strip casino crawl, and someone commented on the video, it's interesting you don't include it. Why? And I honestly don't know why. I think ultimately I don't like it as much as the other properties, i.e. New York, Excalibur and Luxor. I just love those three, and Mandalay Bay I will always love. Particularly as it will always be known as Mandalay Bay to me after what happened a couple of years ago. So yeah, I'm not in love with the casino space in MGM. I think that's what it is. But I am going to go in there and Mandalay Bay for my final night, which by the time this rolls around you will have seen. So maybe I'll change my opinion after that, huh? So we're going to head over to Tropicana. Now Tropicana, by all accounts, is getting knocked down. Yet more sports coming into Vegas. So it's the Oakland A's, I understand, who may or may not move here. And if they do, the stadium is going to be built where the Tropicana is now. And by all accounts, it could mean that the Tropicana is, I don't know whether it will be imploded by or closed by the end of this year, or as quickly as the end of this year. So, I mean, potentially you're going to have these casinos with a sports stadium opposite. Now, to me, if you're going to build a sports stadium, why not build it in the north end of the strip to try and generate footfall up there? I don't really see why you'd want to build it on the south end. I'm sure there's a valid reason, I can't think of it. It would make more sense to me to do it where there's a whole load of land, maybe opposite Sahara or something, you know, that bit of land there that's been dust for, well, as long as I've been coming to Vegas. Anyway, we're going to go into Tropicana just to have a look at the ceiling in there just one last time, because I may not go in again before it closes, you never know. So I'll meet you in Tropicana.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the streetlight beam. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember their song. I remember the days. Looking back, I can't see clearly how we had it made. And I remember every face. And when I think of them, it takes me to that time and place. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember that song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember this song.
So here we are at the Trop, and I've definitely got a soft spot for this place, although if it does close you can blame people like me, because ultimately I've not been in here, I would say, in, well, almost 10 years. Suzanne and I stayed here in the first couple of years of Suzanne coming, so it had probably been, I think, 2011, and we stayed at the front tower. And loved it. It had just been remodeled at that point. Before the remodel, it was rough, like really rough. But yeah, I mean, it still looks really nice in here, actually. I'm quite surprised. I mean, you know, that ceiling is off the scale. Absolutely superb. I mean, just one of the best pieces of casino architecture, decoration of all. And it's absolutely spotless. Everything's polished. It certainly doesn't... Let's have a walk around quickly, shall we? Hope you don't mind. It certainly doesn't look like a place that's closing down. Makes me wonder why I've not been in here now. In fact, I've already decided I'm going to include this in my final night with MGM Grand and Mandalay Bay. Why not? Yeah, quite incredible. It's lovely. Clean, smells great. Yeah. So maybe talk of its demise are exaggerated. I don't know. Genuinely don't know. Anyway, we'll go back out onto the strip. I want to head over to Excalibur next, and I want to show you the new centre bar there. I forgot to do it in the regular vlog. It's only recently opened. When I was here in October, it was all boarded up. So whilst the Sherwood Forest Bar is still active, it closes early, and then everyone goes to the centre bar. So one more look at the ceiling while we're here. Well, if it does get imploded here, I wonder what they'll do with the ceiling. It's not the sort of thing you put in the neon boneyard, is it? Anyway, I will meet you over at Excalibur. So I see now that they're not even bothering to fix these walkways anymore. They're just literally blocking them off. Look, they've even got where the doors are, they've blocked. I mean, clearly this walkway is never opening again, but they can't be bothered to rip it out. I mean, it's just shocking, isn't it? It really is. I'm not sure this is any different 5 years ago, but... And again, you know, I've been up and down every aspect of the strip over the last week, and there are walkways left, right and centre. The Sahara, I remember there was one we had to get a lift. The Aria walkway up to the tram wasn't working. All of the ones between here and Luxor, as usual, aren't working. I mean, it's the same story every time you come to Vegas. It never seems to improve. I just don't understand it. So we're going to walk to the centre bar here just to show you. Now actually, I was going to stay here. It was either here or NoMad or Park MGM. Now the only reason I stayed at NoMad in the end, because I really fancied staying at Excalibur. The reason being is because it was my, as you know, probably remember, it was my first solo trip I stayed at Excalibur back in 2007. So I thought, well, that'd be quite apt to do it again. But I got an extra $50 resort credit to stay at NoMad, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It's quite bizarre. So here is the new centre bar. So they've got quite a few bars in this place now, and they've not closed any of the other ones, but it's a pretty good addition. So I think there could be a bridger return to Excalibur, maybe next solo trip, we will see. But there you go. Here it is. So in between all of the tables and stuff, And I think this is the main bar, obviously, of the whole place, and open 24 hours. I did try and get a drink at the Sherwood Forest bar, and it was closed, and they said go to the centre bar now. So the others are obviously on a time sensitive. This one isn't. So yeah, there you go. And it's no Fontainebleau, but then again, it is Excalibur, not the blue bar in Fontainebleau. Anyway, we are now going to go back outside, and I will see you down by Luxor. So here we are coming up to Luxor. So at the end of this strip walk. And if you think back 5 years, I think it was the 1st of May 2019 I did the strip walk. And if you'd said to me, just from a personal perspective, somehow it kind of feels, God, has it really been 5 years? That's gone quickly. But then when you actually look at it, if someone had said to me, stopped me on that strip walk on the 1st of May 2019 and said, in 30 days you'll walk out of your banking job, you'll then become an Uber driver for the next 4 years and retire on the 11th of February 2023. Apart from the retirement bit that was always planned, the rest of it I wouldn't have believed. So I guess Vegas develops, and I don't know how your last 5 years have been, but on the whole mine have been incredibly good. What will the next 5 years hold for Vegas? That is anybody's guess. Will the sports be here for good? Will it be? I guess it's that's the type of thing never tends to go anywhere, does it? Sport isn't going to become unpopular. But certainly this era will be known as the sports era of Vegas, that is for sure. And doesn't this still look incredible? Oh, they've got a Doritos sign on. Oh, someone was telling me about this, yeah. A Doritos sign. Oh no, that cheapens it a little, doesn't it? Yeah. At least I don't have to... actually, if you're looking out from your window there, that would be awful now, won't it? Mesh central, and it looks very thick mesh as well from this distance anyway. Gosh. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that too much. But I'm quite a traditional type of person. But as I mentioned probably, I think in the first vlog, with Vegas, I accept it's going to be an ever-changing landscape, and as I said, it's kind of part of its charm, really. I like the fact they couldn't give a damn about retaining anything. You know, they just blow it up. And if they end up blowing up the Trop, they end up blowing up the Trop. So I'm going to leave you here. That was my 5-year strip walk. Hopefully I will see you in another 5 years, but you never know, do you? Fingers crossed, eh? Love to you all, and speak to you soon.